The wait is over. There are few bigger days on the football calendar than Champions League final day. Fans are beginning to pour into the stadium and the tension is palpable. It's Liverpool, they face Juventus, and it's live next on EA TV. Well, excitement in the air. We've all known about this date for a long time, and the stage is set in the Spanish capital for the UEFA Champions League final. Hello everyone, I'm Derek Ray. I'm joined for commentary as always on these big occasions by Lee Dixon, and we're approaching kick-off time here at the Estadio Metropolitano. It is Liverpool up against Juventus.
Well, I'm so excited for everybody, the fans, everybody connected to both clubs. But it's the players I'm so excited for. I've never actually played in a Champions League final, but played in other finals. I know what they're feeling. We can see the nerves already starting to jangle. How do you cope with those nerves, Derek? How do you settle yourself down before what's going to become probably the biggest game of your career?
Back in the old days of this competition, no English team prospered more than Liverpool.
Well, one of the best teams in this competition of all times. And who will forget that final against Milan? Can they repeat that tonight?
Let's take a look at the Liverpool starting 11. Dejan Lovren plays alongside Virgil van Dijk in central defence. Sadio Mane starts with Mohamed Salah out wide. And rather than use a strike partnership, they've gone with just the one front runner this evening. And this is how Juventus will line up. Wojciech Szczęsny starts in goal. Miralem Pjanic plays alongside Blaise Matuidi in the centre of the pitch. And the main striker is the unmistakable Cristiano Ronaldo. And now the Champions League final commences. He's an astute reader of the game, Matuidi. And plenty of scope to be creative in that wide position. The cross is on, and a harmless cross gobbled up. It is advantage Liverpool here. Not much defensive cover there on the flank. The delivery from Salah here. Thunders clear. And he really is danger personified. That's a splendid ball from Ronaldo. Douglas Costa's in here. Decent cross, but nobody in the vicinity. Crossed accurately towards the far post. And the defender finding a solution to the problem. Matuidi. And dispossessed. It's with Fabinho. It might be perfectly set up for the counter-attack, you know. And it's Lallana, running towards goal, one man to beat. Well, off the bar and out of play, close.
Yeah, close indeed. Technique, just leaning back a little bit, that's why it goes so high.
Here's Benatia. Read it superbly to take back possession. He's got the right idea with that pass. And now Douglas Costa. Splendid save from the keeper, danger averted.
Yeah, he didn't have long to react to that, but you have to praise his reflexes there.
Corner kick played in. Well, he was being pursued furiously. The effort, though, nothing to write home about, really.
No, I think you give the credit to the defender there. Just put him off balance.
It's a highly promising Liverpool attack, but will there be an end product? And they could do damage. And the shot decidedly lacking accuracy.
Well, he had other options as well, but he chose to shoot.
Here's Bonucci. It's with Dybala. Potentially productive here for Liverpool on the flank. Tremendous intuition to win it back. Can they hit on the break? Gorgeous ball from Dybala. He's managed to get in behind. It could be up for grabs. Clattered away. Mane, not quite accurate enough.
Well, Derek, we've just seen a remark.
Nothing wrong with that idea. It just needs to remain icy cool. Well, really, that would be meat and drink to most goalkeepers.
Yeah, goalkeeper fully in control there.
Yannick's with the pass, but intercepted. And on the back of that particular challenge, will the referee let the matter rest there? A caution, the verdict, Benatia going into the book.
Absolutely no other decision the referee can make there.
A free kick from distance, just off target.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. I'm pretty sure the goalkeeper wasn't as well. It was close.
And given away. Liverpool obsessed with finding a forward. Just a bit too high with that powerful effort.
Yeah, he's just leaned back, Derek. Power was there, but not the direction.
It's with Fabinho. Naby Keita. Now Lallana. Douglas Costa. And he might profit here. High degree of difficulty to hit it on the volley like that, and it was close.
Well, it's all about timing. You've got to wait for the ball to come down, and he's very, very unlucky.
Now Mo Salah. Well, it's a really poor challenge. Now, what's the referee going to do about it? Well, the tackle came in, and the referee decided that it was a yellow card for Alexandro.
Well, it's clumsy. Nothing else than that, just clumsy.
Well, Liverpool, the record winners of the European Cup or Champions League amongst English sides, and it's always something magical when they take part in this competition. Oh, that's an interesting pass. And Mohamed Salah now. Mane! Not far away at all with the volley.
Well, to catch it like that, you've got to have really good technique, and oh, so close.
Alexandro now. Using the wide route could be beneficial for Juve. Well, every attacker will take issue with a decision like that, but onside, I think the officials got it correct.
Well, you run the risk when you play on the last defender, and he was so close to staying onside.
And there's the whistle. Half-time it is. A radiant Champions League final up to this point, Lee.
Well, nervous, cagey, boring. Not so this final. This has been a really entertaining game so far. Looking forward to more of the same in the second half, Derek.
And now the Champions League final commences. towards goal. One man to beat. Well, off the bar and out of play. Close.
Yeah, close indeed. Technique, just leaning back a little bit, that's what...
And now Douglas Costa. Splendid save from the keeper. Danger averted.
Yeah, he didn't have long to react to that, but you have to praise his reflexes there.
Into the second half then, in this battle for Champions League glory. Cuadrado. Pjanic. And plenty of scope to be creative in the... Dybala! A goal for the Bianconeri. Goal for Juventus in the Champions League final.
Well, finals are for heroes. Is that the goal that lifts the trophy? We'll wait and see. Well, let's see that strike again. First time is always very, very difficult to strike a ball. The timing has to be right, the technique has to be right, but above all, you have to concentrate on the ball as it's coming to you. You know you're not going to take a touch. Concentration is everything.
And they're back playing again. Juve with the lead here. Naby Keita. Lallana. Sadio Mane now. Sturridge. Here's Keita. James Milner. And they'll get ready for the throw-in. Cuadrado. Here's Benatia. Douglas Costa. And now Douglas Costa. And they've been getting two substitutes warmed up, and both will come on here. Well, that's a moment he would like to airbrush from history. He's thrown it straight to the opposition. An awful lot of green space to run into. Not too fussy in clearing his lines. Costa with it. Well, the defender had the reading of that against Douglas Costa. He's managed an incisive pass. Into the net, courtesy of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Well, you tell youngsters in that position just to hit the target. You can't score unless you do. And on this occasion, he does, and he scores.
A chance to revisit the goal. Well, the earlier goal cancelled out. One apiece. Matuidi. Pjanic. Costa with it. Cristiano Ronaldo. And the defender takes care of business. And a throw-in it's going to be. Douglas Costa. And dispossessed. Van Dijk with it. It's with Fabinho. Here's Oxlade-Chamberlain. Dominic Solanke on the ball. Oxlade-Chamberlain. It is a fruit. He's got the right idea with that pass. He's taken on the shots, but he's failed to beat the goalkeeper from there, Lee.
Well, it was well worth the effort, but well off target.
Pjanic now. Pjanic lost it. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Keita. Very much run of the mill as saves go. Juventus have given it away. And here is Solanke. Well, is he going to give them the advantage? Well, the keeper is happy the bar was there. Now he must favour the cross. Well, not a cross that will live long in the memory. Goal kick. It's a substitution for Juventus. Joao Cancelo. Matuidi. Emre Can now. A really sumptuous ball. And Cristiano Ronaldo waiting. Thundered clear. Fabinho now. Now Mo Salah. Naby Keita. Dominic Solanke on the ball. Well, that is how to run at defenders. And they deal with the threat this time. Now Cuadrado. Bodies forward and the break looks on. It is advantage Liverpool here. Nothing wrong with that idea. And the cross fired over, but no real central pressure applied. Not so late in the proceedings. Liverpool know they've got to make this count. Very good use of advantage there by the official, letting the play carry on, and then only subsequently handing out the yellow card.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what the fans want. They want to see the game going on. They don't want to see it stopped for something like that. You can always go back and book the player later.
And a deep ball in. And here is Oxlade-Chamberlain. A case of foiling the opposition by whatever means. And 3 minutes will be added on for stoppages. And a goal at this stage might well... Can they win it right here? That is that after 90 minutes. They are level and extra time is coming up. Lallana running towards goal. This has the potential to stretch sinews and minds. Tiredness can be a factor as the first period of extra time commences. Milner. Cuadrado. Here's Ronaldo. Juventus keep possession, and it's positive possession. What can they do from this position? Juan Cuadrado tucking it away.
Well, here we can see, Derek, from this better angle, it's all about the technique. When you're volleying a ball, it's all about timing. Let it get to the right place for your foot to make the connection, and there you go, in the back of the net.
Testing times for Liverpool. Can they pass this test? Virgil van Dijk. Mane. Shaqiri. Bernardeschi. Juventus, the old lady, they know how to keep the ball. What can they do from here? Shaqiri. They don't normally need a second invitation to give it a go on the counter. This attack looks highly promising. And the danger cleared. Is he going to... Can he get them level? Well, the bar can be the goalkeeper's best friend. Attending to his defensive chores.
I thought they were back in the game then.
Running towards goal. One man to beat. Well, they'll be looking to add to their advantage from this corner. And a deep corner. Ronaldo! I must say he's let himself down with really flabby finishing there.
Yeah, wasted opportunity from the short distance. You see the manager's frustration on the touchline.
Good numerical situation. And in with a real chance. Only the keeper to beat. The first period of extra time is over. 15 minutes left. Maybe after that, penalties, we'll see. So many now having to play through the pain barrier. Underway in the second period of extra time. It's with Dybala. And dispossessed. Virgil van Dijk. And given away. Speculative. Oh, that is a goal from long range. He won't soon forget. Absolutely right out of the top drawer.
Well, so often than not, the post can be the goalie's friend. Not on this occasion. So close, but it's in.
And the goal that was scored, well worth another look, Lee. No shortage of goals in this match. 3-1. Lovren. Here's Keita. Oxlade-Chamberlain has lost the ball. Liverpool continue to advance. Will they be able to convert? Cristiano Ronaldo. Cuadrado might want it. And he's clear as lines. It has gone over the touchline for what will be a throw-in. Cuadrado. Now Matuidi. And here is Dybala. Almost his second goal of this match. But the goalkeeper had his own views on that subject.
Well, he'd be looking for a brace, the striker. Not to be on that occasion.
And over comes the corner. It's still alive. Will there be a tangible end product? And a wild attempt from long range. Not one for his highlight reel.
Well, it's a poor choice. He's got other options on. Why is he shooting from that distance?
Italy's old lady has passed the final test. Juventus are the winners of the UEFA Champions League.
Well, you have to say, fully deserved as well. All those months of toil, the training sessions, etc. The sacrifice, the commitment, the desire, the hunger. The luck as well, but the application to put all that into a package and then win this brilliant trophy.
They do set very high standards for themselves, these Juventus players. But this is something they will remember forever. What a feeling of pride it must give you to be able to say you're part of the team that's the best in Europe, Lee.
Well, you know, these players get paid fortunes. Bank accounts are full of money, but it doesn't matter. It's about memories. When you finish your career, you look back at these moments. How many trophies have I won? How many times have I celebrated on a podium with this famous trophy?
The buoyant Bianconeri. Juventus lift the Champions League trophy.
Brilliant moment, especially for the captain. He gets his hands on the trophy first.
Well, they certainly intend to savour this. Juventus, and they ought to. Doesn't come along every night of the week. The cup with the big ears, as it's affectionately known.
And this is the moment, Derek, sharing it with the supporters. You get a chance to take it a little bit closer to those stands, let them enjoy the experience with you, and the families are up there in the stands as well. A brilliant occasion.
It took fire as well as ice on the pitch. Necessary qualities.
Now the chance for a photograph. My mum always told me to get on the front row.
She taught you well, Lee. There we have it. The Champions League victors for 2019.